God says, today on September 14th, the heavens are trembling and the angels are in awe because you still have no idea what unfolded in the spiritual realm last night. They have seen what was revealed, but you are still in the dark. You must not delay. This is your final opportunity to understand what shifted, what was released, and what was broken on your behalf. Comment Amen now to affirm your place in this divine unfolding. You cannot afford to walk away from this moment. There are divine records that were opened last night. Your name was read aloud in the halls of eternity, and your situation, yes, the very pain you've been wrestling with, was brought before me. Angels bowed in reverence when your name was spoken. You don't know yet, but chains broke in silence while you were asleep. The darkness that tried to cling to your purpose lost its grip. But if you turn away from this now, you may miss the truth that's meant to liberate you. I urge you, my beloved child, open your heart to me right now. What you are about to discover will not just shock you, it will redefine the way you understand what I've been doing behind the scenes. You've been crying, fasting, asking me if I've forgotten you. But last night, when the world was quiet and you felt like nothing was moving, the heavens roared on your behalf. Please, like this video now if your heart is already stirring. This is no coincidence. This is divine orchestration. All night long, angels were dispatched across the earth. Your name was written into the morning winds, your tears gathered into the sacred bowls of my mercy. The enemy thought he could destroy you silently, but I declared, not this one. Not my chosen. Not the one who still prays when no one is watching. Comment 11:11 now if you believe I am speaking to you with divine timing. Heaven moved for you last night, and now, you must open yourself to hear what I reveal next. My child, do not be fooled by what you didn't see. Just because your eyes didn't witness the battle, doesn't mean the war wasn't fought. I sent my angels into your situation, into your family, into the places where your name was being falsely spoken. They silenced every tongue that rose against you. They canceled every trap the enemy laid out. What happened last night was not a dream, it was a shift. And it's your last chance to step into the knowledge of what I have done. Every time you cried out to me and heard nothing in return, I was gathering your prayers into my throne room. I didn't ignore you. I was preparing the stage for your miracle to be so big that no one could take credit but me. When you asked for help, I was dispatching angels. When you were weary, I was placing new strength inside your spirit. But last night, the battle reached its turning point. That's why the angels are stunned. That's why you must not ignore this moment. You felt exhausted yesterday. You felt like giving up. That's because the enemy knew what I was about to release into your life. He tried to shut you down one last time. But I whispered your name through the storm. I touched your heart with my fire. And in the midnight hours, I did something that even you would not believe unless I show you. Comment 222 if you trust me to reveal what your eyes haven't seen yet but your spirit has already begun to feel. Listen to me. My child, The blessing you've been waiting for is not delayed anymore. It has already been released. What you must do now is walk in alignment. Your obedience, your worship, your surrender, these are the keys that will unlock what was sealed last night. I am not a God who makes promises and forgets. I am the God of Abraham, of David, of Esther, and of you. Your name is in my hand, and no force on earth or in hell can snatch you from me. You've been under attack because of your anointing. You've faced betrayal, isolation, financial struggle, and spiritual exhaustion. But those weren't signs that I abandoned you, they were signs that you were about to be elevated. The pressure was proof of your purpose. The pain was pushing you toward destiny. And last night, I sent my angels to finalize what you've been praying for in silence. This is why I am asking you, do not scroll away. Do not ignore this. You feel chills reading this, not because of emotion, but because your spirit recognizes the truth in these words. I'm not asking you to understand everything right now. I'm asking you to believe. Even the tiniest mustard seed of faith can move mountains. And last night, the mountain that stood in your way began to crumble. You just didn't see it. But the angels did. They rejoiced. They stood in shock because your breakthrough was so powerful, it shook the realms of darkness. I need you to stay faithful. I need you to stop letting your emotions tell you that I'm silent. I was never silent. I was strategizing. I was placing every piece, every person, every circumstance into divine position. There are people who hurt you that are now being removed. There are doors that slammed shut that were actually protecting you. And there are miracles coming that will make every moment of waiting feel worth it. Comment 333 if you are ready to declare your faith and walk into this. My child, you are not alone. My presence has surrounded you even when you felt numb. I saw the way you cried on your bedroom floor and wiped your face before anyone could see. I saw the way you gave even when you had nothing left. That is why your name reached heaven. That is why last night became your turning point. You're not just hoping anymore, you're stepping into what has already been ordained. So hear me and hear me well. What happened last night is not going to be hidden from you anymore. I am pulling back the curtain. I am opening your eyes. You will begin to see my hand in places you thought I was absent. You will begin to recognize divine patterns in your chaos. You will hear my voice in unexpected places. And above all, you will feel my peace again. Not the peace that the world gives, but the kind that anchors you through any storm. Everything that was spoken against you has been reversed. The enemy's access to your mind, your relationships, your peace, it has been revoked. My angels were not just watching over you last night, they were fighting for you. They were standing around your home. They were whispering my promises into your weary soul. And I want you to know this, your story is not over. It's just beginning. There are people who will be surprised by your glow. There are family members who will not understand how you got through what was meant to destroy you. but I will make you a testimony. I will place you in rooms where your name will be honored. I will raise you in front of those who doubted you. But you must not walk away from this revelation. You must stay close to me. There are secrets the enemy kept hidden from you, things that happened behind closed doors, words spoken in jealousy, opportunities stolen from you. But last night, I uncovered it all. I brought it into the light. And now, one by one, you will see truth rise. You will see vindication fall like rain. I will not let you be humiliated. I will not let your faith go unrewarded. Comment 555 if you are ready to receive everything I have kept in store for you. Stay grounded. Stay prayerful. This is your moment of awakening, your time to recognize the magnitude of what was done for you while the world was asleep. You are more than chosen. You are protected, surrounded, and held by the Almighty. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. God says, last night marked a divine intersection in the realm of the unseen, a moment where your prayers collided with my perfect timing, and the heavens responded without hesitation. You are still unaware of what was uprooted, what was removed from your path, and what was activated in your favor. This message has come to you at this very hour not by chance, but by divine command. Comment 1212 if your heart is beginning to feel what your eyes have yet to see. You are not here by mistake. You are here because you've been chosen for this truth. The angels are still in awe. They witnessed a transaction take place in the spirit realm that shifted your timeline. Your name was placed on a scroll of destiny, and the battle that had lingered over your life for far too long came to its final hour. It's over now. You may not see it yet in the natural, but spiritually, the chains have dropped. The resistance has ended. The floodgates have started to open. The warfare that drained you has been met with heavenly intervention. Last night, I ordered a release, an irreversible command to the forces of darkness that they must loosen their hold on your destiny. The tears you cried in private, the nights you fought for peace, the days you carried burdens silently, they did not go unnoticed. I watched you stay faithful when you had every reason to quit. I saw how you kept believing when everything looked broken. My child, that kind of faith does not return void. That kind of heart attracts miracles. Do not underestimate what took place while the world was asleep. There were declarations made in heaven concerning you. Your name was spoken with honor, not pity. Your case was brought before my throne, not by your doing, but because your pain cried out louder than words. I heard it. I responded. And now, you stand on the edge of revelation. You are about to find out what happened when the world wasn't watching but heaven was working. The enemies who thought they buried you forgot that seeds are buried before they rise. You were never meant to stay hidden. Your sorrow was never meant to last forever. I was not ignoring your pleas. I was preserving your miracle. I was storing up answers, breakthroughs, and blessings for an appointed time. And that appointed time was ignited last night. The release has already begun. All you need to do is stay aligned, stay humble, stay open. There are connections being orchestrated right now in your favor. People you don't even know are being stirred to bless you, to remember your name, to extend kindness without knowing why. That's my spirit moving through hearts. That's me arranging divine encounters. That's what happens when you surrender your timeline to my will. The weight may have felt unbearable, but the reward will be undeniable. Your name is being lifted in places your feet haven't touched yet. You've been asking me for a sign, for a change, for a door. But I want you to know, I've already opened the door. It just hasn't come into your line of sight yet. That's why I need your faith to rise higher than your fears. I need your praise to become louder than your panic. Because what I've started, nothing can stop. And what I've prepared, no one can steal. Comment 777 if you believe my hand is over every detail of your life. Even the parts that didn't make sense. Even the delays that felt like denial. Even the heartbreaks that made you question everything. All of it had a purpose. All of it will be used. Not a single moment of your pain was wasted. I will turn even the darkest valleys into rivers of joy. You will not just survive, you will flourish. The pain you endured last season qualified you for authority in this season. What you went through made you strong in ways you don't yet realize. I allowed it, not to harm you, but to reveal to you what was always inside you. That resilience. That fire. That courage. That anointing. The enemy didn't attack your comfort. He attacked your calling. But I stepped in last night to remind him that I alone have the final word. You are stepping into a season of visibility. A season where the favor I've placed on your life will begin to bloom openly. No more hiding. No more silence. You will rise, not in pride, but in purpose. You will rise with humility, with compassion, with clarity. What I placed inside you is ready to be revealed to the world. And I promise you this, no weapon formed against it will prosper. I want you to stay grounded in my word, stay clothed in gratitude, and keep your heart free from bitterness. There are things I will expose to you in the coming days. People's true intentions, hidden truths, spiritual warfare that was operating silently, I will bring it all into the light. Not to shame you, but to protect you. You are my precious one. You are my chosen vessel. And I will not allow you to walk in ignorance. Everything you thought you lost is being restored, piece by piece. The joy that faded, the strength that cracked, the confidence that wavered, it's all coming back. Stronger. Deeper. Wiser. My spirit is rebuilding you from the inside out. And the foundation I'm laying now will be unshakable. Not because of your own strength, but because of the power of my hand over your life. There will be moments soon where things just begin to fall into place. That's me. There will be times where peace surrounds you out of nowhere. That's me. There will be days where you wake up and feel something different, lighter, bolder, clearer. That's me. I am moving even when you don't see me. I am working even when you feel nothing. Do not go by feelings. Go by faith. Comment 999 if you're ready to see things resurrected that you thought were dead. Dreams, opportunities, relationships, joy. I am a God of resurrection. And last night, I brought some things back to life for you. Some things you buried, some things you gave up on, some things you thought were gone for good, they're breathing again. And soon, you will see the fruit. My child, I want you to start walking like the breakthrough already happened. Speak like the blessing is already yours. Worship like the miracle has already arrived. Because in the realm of heaven, it has. It's just waiting for you to catch up. Stop begging and start believing. Stop doubting and start declaring. I'm not waiting to bless you until you're perfect. I'm ready to bless you because you're my own. Even the places of your deepest shame will become platforms for my glory. The mistakes you made will become messages of my mercy. Your past will not define you, it will magnify me. I will use what hurt you to heal others. I will turn your scars into stories. Your life will be a living testimony that I am still moving, still healing, still delivering. There's a new strength coming upon you. A holy boldness. A clarity you've never known before. You're going to see things differently. You're going to move differently. You're going to pray with power, walk with wisdom, and live with peace. Because last night wasn't ordinary, it was the breaking of a spiritual barrier. The heavens are not silent over you anymore. They are singing. They are celebrating. And you, my child, are about to walk into a season of fulfilled promises. The angels are no longer shocked. They are rejoicing. Because they know what I'm about to do next will leave you in holy awe. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. God says, the reason you're seeing this now is because heaven has waited long enough for you to awaken. The delay in your understanding was permitted only until the very hour of your readiness, and that hour has come. What happened last night changed the course of your life, even though your surroundings may still feel the same. Comment 1010 if you believe this word is opening your eyes to what was hidden. This is the moment where truth begins to pierce through every shadow that's tried to keep you confused. You've been feeling heaviness without knowing why. That's because your spirit was wrestling with a shift too deep for words. There was warfare around your purpose, and though you couldn't see it, I sent my angels into battle for you. The enemy's grip on your clarity, your peace, and your sense of direction was destroyed. That cloud that's been following you is not from me. It was manufactured in darkness. And last night, I blew it away with my breath. You have no idea what nearly came against you. But I stopped it. I stopped the attack that was creeping near your home. I canceled the conversation that was meant to ruin your name. I silenced the curse that was being spoken against your progress. I blocked the spirit that was trying to bring confusion and delay. I stood between you and destruction, and I didn't let it touch you. That's why I'm calling this your final warning. Do not walk away from what I'm revealing now. The angels were shocked not because they didn't expect me to move, but because of how quickly I turned everything around. Your name was brought before me and I said, enough. Enough pain. Enough loss. Enough warfare. Enough confusion. That was the moment the atmosphere shifted. That was the moment the tide turned in your favor. You didn't see it, but your spirit felt it, that sudden stillness in your heart, that unexplainable peace. That was me. There are doors about to open for you that were previously sealed shut. Not because you weren't qualified, but because the timing wasn't divine. I was hiding you from premature exposure. I was protecting your name from premature alignment. I wasn't keeping you waiting to frustrate you. I was preparing you so that when the door opened, you'd be ready to walk through it without fear. Comment 1515 if you receive this timing as perfect, not delayed. The people who tried to block your progress will now watch as I accelerate you. The hands that tried to control you will lose their grip. The places that once rejected you will open up invitations. That's what happens when I step into your situation. The rules change. The odds flip. The impossible becomes your reality. Don't try to explain it to everyone. This next season is not for their approval, it's for my glory through you. I am pouring new oil over your life. The anointing that rested on you in the last season was enough to sustain you through battle. But this new oil is for building, not just surviving. It's for favor, not just protection. It's for impact, not just endurance. You are about to see doors swing open without your effort. You are about to receive news that your heart has been aching for. You are about to walk into rooms that only I could have qualified you for. I know you've been tired. I know your soul has been heavy. But I also know that you didn't give up. And that is what moved me last night. You kept worshiping. You kept forgiving. You kept standing when everything tried to knock you down. Heaven took note of your strength. Angels recorded your obedience. And now, your reward is being released, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Comment 1717 if your heart knows this breakthrough is personal. This is not general. This is targeted. This is prophetic alignment. I have been sending you signs, confirmations, quiet nudges. But this word is your loud confirmation. This is me shouting into your weary soul, I am still here. I have not forgotten you. I have not changed my mind about you. You are still called, still chosen, still protected, still destined for glory. You're going to look back at this season and cry tears of gratitude. You will understand why the betrayal had to happen, why the door had to shut, why they had to walk away. It was never rejection, it was redirection. I had to clear the path. I had to protect what I was doing in your life. There were conversations you didn't hear and traps you didn't see. But I saw them all, and I removed them for you. The angels rejoiced last night because they knew you made it. You made it through the hardest part. The attacks couldn't take you. The heartbreak didn't destroy you. The delay didn't stop you. And now, you are standing on holy ground, the ground I prepared for you long before you knew it existed. This is where your joy returns. This is where your peace floods your soul. This is where you begin to live, not just survive. You will feel lighter. That's not coincidence. That's the weight being lifted. You will start to smile again and not feel guilty. That's the healing I've placed in your heart. You will rest and not feel anxious. That's my spirit covering your mind. I am giving you rest for your soul. I am giving you clarity for your steps. I am giving you answers that will remove all doubt. You thought I was silent, but I was working. You thought I was distant, but I was closer than ever. My presence surrounded you in your lowest hour. And now, my favor will crown you in your rising. Every tongue that rose against you in judgment has been silenced. Every false word spoken about you is being reversed. You will not have to defend yourself. I will be your defender. There's a table being prepared for you. A place where your story will be heard, your gifts will be honored, and your voice will be received. You won't have to force your way in. I will open the space. I will place your name on hearts. I will create divine alignment. Don't chase. Don't beg. Just obey. Comment Amen if you feel me confirming every word in your spirit. This is more than encouragement. This is impartation. These are not just words, they are spiritual instructions. You are being equipped. You are being refined. You are being activated for the season I designed specifically for you. Nothing will stop what I've spoken. Nothing will block what I've ordained. You will begin to feel sudden peace, sudden insight, sudden boldness. That's me. I am awakening everything that was asleep in you. Your gifts are coming alive. Your discernment is sharpening. Your vision is clearing. You are not just recovering from the last season, you are rising into the next one. I will redeem the time you thought was lost. I will bring back joy multiplied. So let go of the fear. Release the doubt. Stop asking if you're enough. You are more than enough because I am with you. And if I am with you, who can be against you? If I called you, then no one can uncall you. If I open the door, no one can shut it. Rest in that. Trust in that. Walk boldly in that. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. God says, the battle over your destiny was fierce last night, but heaven didn't back down, not for a second. The war that raged in the unseen was about you. Your heart, your purpose, your legacy. The enemy wanted you to quit before this very moment. But I intervened. I stepped into the storm that was forming behind the scenes and I declared, this one belongs to me. Comment 1111 if something inside you already knows I am revealing what your soul has longed to understand. This message is not meant to inspire, it's meant to awaken. Child, the angels who watched over you wept in joy because the assignment sent against you failed. It didn't touch you. It didn't destroy you. It didn't bury you. You may have felt anxiety. You may have cried. But I never left your side. Even when you felt abandoned, I was surrounding you with my glory. I did not allow the arrow to hit you. I did not allow the enemy to see you crumble. I shielded you in silence. And now I speak openly, your covering is divine. You have endured betrayal in silence. You have carried wounds that even those closest to you didn't notice. You smiled when your soul was bleeding. You encouraged others while secretly praying someone would just check on you. But I was watching. I was listening. I heard every unspoken word, every prayer beneath your breath, every tear that never fell but still hurt just as much. That's why last night, I said, no more. You've carried enough. Now let me carry you. What happened in the spirit was not small. It was monumental. The angels stood still in reverence. They were stunned by the weight of what I released in your name. This was not an ordinary breakthrough. This was a judgment. A final ruling over matters that have kept you bound. Delays that weren't yours to carry. Shame that didn't belong to you. Pain that was passed down but not assigned to your calling. I broke it all. It's finished. There are miracles that have now been unlocked because of this divine shift. You won't need to strive to make them happen. They will find you. They will arrive when you least expect. That job offer. That apology. That healing. That sudden opportunity. They are already in motion. And when they come, you'll realize they were never late, they were right on my schedule. My timing is sovereign. My grace is precise. Comment 222 if you trust that what you've been waiting for is now being prepared to meet you. You've been stretched. You've been tested. You've been refined by fire. But the fire did not destroy you, it purified you. What was not meant to go with you has now been burned away. You are stepping into this next season with clarity, strength, and a deeper understanding of who you are and who I have always been. No more confusion. No more questioning your worth. No more comparing your path to others. I am not blessing you according to what you think you deserve. I am blessing you because of who I say you are. You are chosen. You are mine. You are the one I have appointed for such a time as this. There's a mantle on your life that no one can remove. Not the enemy. Not your past. Not even you. You have wondered why certain things didn't work out, why that door stayed shut, why that person left, why that opportunity fell through. But today I reveal to you, I was preserving your soul. I was protecting your calling. I was making sure your roots grew deep enough before I let you grow tall. I don't plant without intention. I don't withhold without wisdom. I was never punishing you, I was preparing you. Now the season of preparation shifts into a season of demonstration. What you carried in secret will now be seen openly. The glow returning to your face is not cosmetic, it's spiritual. The peace in your heart is not accidental, it's supernatural. What I'm doing in you will become undeniable. They will ask how you got here. And the only answer will be, God did it. There is new oil flowing. New ideas, new alignments, new peace. You'll start to notice it soon. Things that once felt hard will now feel light. Conversations will flow. Delays will dissolve. That's not luck, it's favor. That's not coincidence, it's my promise unfolding. You'll walk into rooms with ease. You'll speak with authority you never felt before. That's because I have given you access where you were once denied. Comment 333 if you're ready to declare, I am stepping into what God already prepared for me. Let your faith catch up with your miracle. Speak life again. Speak boldly. Speak consistently. Stop declaring what the enemy whispered in your low moments. Start declaring what I've spoken over your life from the beginning. You are not your failures. You are not your setbacks. You are my masterpiece, in progress and in power. I know the weight of your silent battles. I know the exhaustion of holding on when everything screams at you to let go. But you didn't break. You didn't quit. And because of that, I am rewarding you. Not just with things, but with peace. With wisdom. With favor that doesn't make sense to people. They will say you're lucky, but you'll know the truth. It was me all along. I know they walked away. I know they laughed at your dreams. I know they judged your pain. But I also know that I'm about to raise you up in such a way that even your enemies will have to watch in silence. I will prepare a table for you in their presence. Not to humiliate them, but to vindicate you. To show them that I never left your side. Not even once. You're about to see harvest in places where you only saw heartbreak. You're about to see reward in areas where you only knew resistance. What used to be hard will now be holy. What used to hurt will now heal others. This is your season of reversal. What the enemy meant for evil, I am using for good. It's happening faster than you think. Suddenly. Swiftly. Sovereignly. Do not be afraid of what's coming. Be expectant. The shift has already begun. You're already in it. Walk in it. Don't sabotage it by shrinking back. Don't hide your light to keep others comfortable. I'm not calling you to be liked. I'm calling you to be light. I'm not calling you to be accepted. I'm calling you to be set apart. There's glory on your name. There's power in your steps. This is not your final chapter, it's your first true one. Everything before now was training. Everything before this was foundation. But now, you build. You grow. You expand. Because I've cleared the path. I've made the way. And I will walk beside you every step of it. You are not doing this alone. I am with you. I am for you. I am surrounding you. You are not the same person you were last week. That version of you broke last night, and a stronger, wiser, more anointed version emerged. You have passed the test. Now comes the testimony. And it will shake the very atmosphere around you. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. God says, the moment the heavens moved for you, a new chapter was written in the book of your life, a chapter no man can edit, no enemy can erase, and no circumstance can delay. Last night wasn't just a breakthrough, it was a divine rewriting of your story. The angels were not merely watching. They were documenting. And what they recorded will become the evidence of my power manifesting in your life. Comment Amen if your soul is beginning to remember who you really are in me. This is your confirmation. For too long, you've questioned if I still hear you. You've looked at closed doors and unanswered prayers as signs that I've stepped away. But what you didn't know was that while you were asking for small answers, I was preparing a greater glory. I was never late. I was laying foundations for something that could only be revealed once the spiritual battle was won. And that battle was won, last night. You stood at the edge of exhaustion and still whispered my name. You broke down and still lifted your hands. You gave when you barely had enough. And heaven was paying attention. That's why I had to step in. I will never allow faith like yours to go unrewarded. I see it all, the cries behind your smile, the courage behind your silence, the strength it took just to keep going. My child, I honor that kind of obedience with miracles. The shift you feel now is not emotional, it is spiritual. Your spirit recognizes that something lifted. Something unexplainable has changed. That's the fruit of the battle I fought for you. The weight that kept returning, the thoughts that haunted you, the patterns you couldn't seem to break, they have been shattered. The spiritual cords that bound you to the pain of your past were cut while you slept. The angels were at work as you rested, and the enemy was defeated without your hands needing to fight. I know your trust has been wounded. People you thought would protect you turned out to be the ones who tried to wound you the most. I know how hard it's been to trust again. But I say this to you now, you can trust me. I am not man that I would lie. I am not like those who promised to stay and walked away. I am not like those who said you mattered but treated you like you were invisible. I am your God, and I am steady when everything else shifts. Comment 555 if you are ready to be rebuilt by the hands of your Father. I don't throw away broken things, I restore them. I don't walk away from your mess, I walk into it with grace and power. And I don't need you to have it all figured out. I just need your heart to say yes. Because where I'm taking you doesn't require perfection, it requires surrender. There is a season you are walking into now that will demand your full focus. The distractions that once kept you stuck are now being removed. You won't even have the energy to go backwards. I am strengthening your feet to only move forward. New ideas will begin to flow. New connections will suddenly appear. Even the things you once struggled to understand will start making sense. It's because your mind has been renewed. That fog wasn't mental, it was spiritual resistance. But that resistance has broken. And now, you'll begin to hear me clearly again. I will speak to you in dreams, in quiet moments, in sudden thoughts. My whisper will return, and this time, you will know it's me. You won't second guess it. I will make it unmistakable. You've been through too much to settle now. This is not the season to compromise. This is not the time to water down your vision or shrink to fit others' expectations. I'm calling you to rise, not arrogantly, but boldly. I didn't deliver you just to keep you hidden. I brought you out so I could bring you into promise. You are about to become a walking answer to someone else's prayer. That's how much I've poured into you. There are people you haven't met yet who will be impacted by the fire I've placed in your life. They'll be drawn not to your perfection, but to your process. Your scars will speak. Your story will heal. What tried to take you out will now serve as the stage I used to raise you up. And every moment that broke you will become a testimony of how I built you. Comment 1212 if you know this is not just a word for comfort, but a word of commissioning. I'm calling you to rise into purpose. No more hiding behind excuses. No more letting fear dictate your steps. You have everything you need. I've already equipped you. Every test you've survived was preparation. Now is the time to activate your faith. I've released clarity into your spirit. You're going to start recognizing which doors are for me and which are distractions. You'll see people's intentions before their words ever leave their mouth. I'm sharpening your discernment, not so you can judge others, but so you can protect the garden of your purpose. What I'm growing in you is holy. Guard it well. This new chapter will come with surprises, some beautiful, some painful. But don't fear the pain. Even that will be used. Even that has a purpose. I turn every trial into transformation. Nothing is wasted in my hands. The good, the bad, the confusing, I work it all together for your good. That's not just a promise, it's a guarantee sealed by my word. You won't always understand what I'm doing. But you can trust who I am. I'm not asking you to figure it all out. I'm asking you to walk with me, step by step. You'll never walk alone. You'll never have to fight for yourself again. I've assigned angels to go before you, to protect your path, to guard your heart, and to carry blessings in their wings. There will be moments when it feels too good to be true. But don't let fear make you question my goodness. When I bless, I do it completely. I don't add sorrow to it. I give peace, joy, stability, and overflow. You are entering the kind of overflow that will not only bless you but spill into everyone connected to you. The favor on your life is contagious. You are a carrier of my light now. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Your words will bring healing. Your walk will bring conviction, not because you're perfect, but because you're aligned. That alignment is what the enemy feared most. That's why he fought you so hard. But now that you've seen what I've done, now that you feel the shift, you must protect this breakthrough with your life. Comment 777 if you're ready to walk in power and not just promises. This is not the time to shrink back. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not forgotten. You are my chosen one. You are the one I kept hidden while I developed you. And now, the time has come for you to emerge, strong, focused, fearless. The angels who fought for you last night are still surrounding you. They're clearing your path. They're protecting your peace. They're enforcing every promise I made concerning your future. You will not go back to who you were. You will not repeat old cycles. You will not lose this time. This is your moment of divine possession. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. God says, the enemy is trembling right now because you are finally beginning to realize who you are in me. He tried to keep you blind. He tried to keep you weary. But you made it past the turning point. And now, every lie spoken over your life is unraveling. Every false narrative is collapsing. Comment 999 if your spirit is waking up to this truth. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be, for this hour, for this move, for this miracle. You have no idea the level of power that is now being released through your obedience. When you didn't give up, something eternal was activated. The angels didn't just fight for you last night, they celebrated you. They rejoiced because you passed the test the enemy swore you'd fail. When others mocked you, you kept praying. When nothing made sense, you kept trusting. That kind of faith causes all of heaven to move. That kind of faith triggers generational change. The people who tried to curse you didn't know they were strengthening your blessing. The rejection, the manipulation, the abuse, it all became fuel for your elevation. And now, you will see it with your own eyes. You will witness how I turn ashes into beauty. You will watch how I lift you in the presence of those who tried to keep you low. But remember, I raise you not to be arrogant, I raise you to be evidence. To be light. To be living proof of my grace.